This week on Music Worth Buying, we're going to be hearing new music from Gary Clark Jr.'s This Land.
And Elvis, The King in the Ring.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Music Worth Buying. My name is Robert Kinsler, and I'm a music writer and a musician.
My name is TJR, I'm a musician and a music writer.
Now we're back with two great new releases that we want to talk about and share and celebrate and everything. I've actually brought the latest album from Gary Clark Jr., the very aptly titled This Land. Now, I have to start this segment by recalling about probably 10, 12 years ago, I interviewed bluesman Walter Trout, and he told me for the blues to thrive and kind of survive, that it couldn't simply be a nostalgic thing, that you had to have great artists kind of bring something new to the musical table. That is exactly what Gary Clark Jr. has done on his new album, This Land. This is a phenomenal album. Gary Clark Jr., I first saw him back in 2012 at Coachella, and he's released some very, very good albums that we've celebrated on previous episodes. This album, though, is a dramatic step forward, in large part because he's getting a little bit more political. I'd say he hasn't really got too political in the past. There's no doubt about where his politics are on this album. He definitely has a lot to say. And let's listen to a little bit of the title track of the album, and then we'll talk a little bit more about that.
This Land.
This Land.
Okay, sure. I haven't heard it yet. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Hey everybody, this is TJR. It's happened again. The second week in a row, Warner Music Group has blocked us from being able to play a 25-second clip of the album that we're featuring on the show. This happened last week when Robert featured the re-release of The Doors' Waiting for the Sun, and now it's happening again with the new album by Gary Clark entitled This Land. It's also happening with the picks that I'm going to have later in the show. Now, last week when this happened, I just simply removed the music. I just said, fine, you don't want us to feature the clip, we won't play it. We'll just talk about it. But we think it's very important that you get some kind of a sense for what these albums sound like, for what these artists are about, especially if you've never heard them. So we're going to try playing just a very short clip. I do a weekly new song roundup every Monday, and in that particular broadcast, I only play a short 8-second clip. So we're going to just try a 10-second clip, and we're going to just see how this goes. By the way, I want to stress, this is not YouTube that's doing this. This is not the artist that is doing this. This is the music publishing groups that are doing this. I'm all for copyright. I'm a songwriter, so I believe that copyright is important. But this is really ridiculous. Anyways, here's the clip.
50 acres and a Model A, right in the middle of Trump country. I told you there goes a neighborhood.
Okay, my first listen to this track. Now, not heard this album yet. I had heard like maybe one advanced track that I liked. It wasn't this song. First time hearing this song, and I'm very knocked out. If this is taking blues to a different place, so be it. You know, I don't know if it is blues, to be honest. I'm not sure, but I mean...
Well, the guitar is definitely blues. You know, some of those fills he's doing are definitely blues. You know,
I get that, yeah.
But there's also hip-hop going on. There's soul, there's R&B, there's kind of fun. Electronica. There's a... I mean, like I said, it's kind of like what Hendrix did, where Hendrix, he was doing rock, he was doing whatever he came from soul and blues and stuff.
But the blues
Hendrix
was there.
did something very different. And that, and not saying that Gary Clark Jr. is trying to sound like Hendrix.
No, he's not.
But he's doing... I think what a great artist does, he's exploring, he's mixing it all up, trying to find his own voice in the mix, and I think he does that very well. And I'll tell you that not every song is politically charged as this song, but this song definitely addresses kind of racism, where people of color and the disadvantaged fit in the Trump America, and it's a no holds barred kind of a view of that. I don't think he's trying to alienate people. He's hoping that you're going to like his music, but it's like he's being true to who he is and stuff.
Yeah.
And I would encourage everybody, whatever your politics are, to give this album a listen.
Yes,
I do understand where Gary Clark Jr. is coming from.
Sure.
When he sings about this stuff, it's something unique, I think, of people of color with his background. That they reach some success. Maybe he's driving in a neighborhood, he's pulled over or something because of the color of his skin and stuff. And he's obviously had some experiences or known people, and all those things come out in this music, and very authentically and charged. And the album is a beneficiary of that.
And we have all had experiences in different ways or forms, be it because of ethnicity or religious beliefs, or even our political beliefs, where we are stereotyped, or we've had people come at you with some level of bigotry in regards to anything. So we've all experienced that.
Yeah,
Of course we're against that.
Yeah.
But just if we talk about this just artistically. Knocked out.
Yeah.
Knocked out by that song.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear the rest of the album.
Yeah, and what I'm going to say here is that it should come as no surprise, because we have heard some of Gary Clark Jr.'s previous efforts. I mean, I have all his other albums. Every song on here is different. I mean, and that's the joy of him. Like I said, he can sing with this, like he does here, like kind of this ferocity and this kind of really raw approach. Other times he sounds like Al Green. Other times he might sound like Sam Cooke. He is just a fantastic singer. But, obviously he's kind of has this amazing reputation because of his guitar playing. He is a phenomenal guitar player, but you don't want to overlook what a great singer he is. And and on this album, you really see some great songwriting too. Hear that as well. And let's talk a little bit about the package, because it is very sparse, which kind of fits kind of the musical direction that he's taking here, and just very artful, just a really kind of artful. There is a booklet in here. You will not have the lyrics, but just very good liner notes on who participates on the songs. And it's a very cool booklet with some really neat artwork that kind of supports what he's done on the cover. What I want to do now is hear a song that's radically different musically and subject-wise from the first song we heard. And let's see, tell you what, and then we'll talk about that one after. This song is, and I'm making sure I have the right title, it's called Pearl Cadillac. And let's listen to a little bit of that track.
Sure, let's check it out. If I had not known that was Gary Clark Jr. prior to listening, vocally, I would have thought that was Prince.
Yeah, a good call. And when we were listening to it again, I go, yeah, that does remind me, because I always will think of some of the old influential artists, like Al Green or like Sam Cooke or Otis Redding. But you're right, here he definitely sounds like Prince. And every song on this album has different musical textures. It's very varied. I know I've talked to at least one or two fans of his, and I think that they might like a song or two, and they maybe have their hard time wrapping themselves around this. But I'm always one, and I think you are too. I appreciate the diversity of the material.
Yeah,
I love that. This is a beautiful song, and another song. And because we're only bringing two, there's another song called "Feed the Babies," and that almost could have been like released in the '60s or early '70s. But again, but it's always it never sounds like it's a simple knockoff of somebody else. There's really his personal stamp across the album.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Definitely want to hear the rest of this album. I've only heard one advanced track, neither of which were these two. I like the one advanced track I heard. By the way, anybody, the other day I was on YouTube. I just happened to run across Gary Clark Jr. performing his cover of Come Together on the Howard Stern show.
Oh, really? Okay.
Way better than what was than the studio recording, this live version. I just want to recommend check that out. It's
I need
a little
to check
aside.
it out.
Yeah, you should check it out too.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Okay, cool.
Great.
Well, I have for us here. I'm sorry, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so I've got for us here a release that I picked up here. Now, let me pull it out of the little sleeve here. And I have this on vinyl. In fact, I should mention this release is only available on vinyl.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
not available on CD or even for digital streaming. This is Elvis, King in the Ring. Now, this initially was a Record Store Day exclusive release of 3,000 copies on red vinyl, and it was numbered. It has been re-released now by RCA Records. It is not numbered, not limited, okay? So number one, it's not on red vinyl. It's just on standard black vinyl. Yeah, so it's not, like I said, it's not going to be one of those collector's items that were on Record Store Day. But at least now anybody can purchase it. It's not available on CD. It's not available on streaming. It's just available as the vinyl release if you can get it from your favorite record store. If you can't, just go to Amazon instead. This is, of course, taken from the '69 Comeback Special, which I'm sure, hopefully, most people are aware of the significance of that. Late '60s, Elvis reasserted himself. He stopped making the bad movies. He reasserted himself as the king of rock and roll, and he did the comeback TV special that he did. One aspect of that was, of course, the sit-down concert, which had him there with a lot of his original band members, including guitarist Scotty Moore.
What an amazing guitar player, too, yeah.
And they just jammed some of the old songs. They kind of joked around with each other. Elvis got kind of meta about his persona in the 50s and parodied it and made fun of it. And sometimes Elvis forgot lyrics and he'd start to laugh. There were times when I'm not sure what they were talking about, but they must have been sharing an in-joke with each other. But basically, they just rocked out on acoustic guitars. The drummer actually sat and played the guitar case.
Wow.
The drummer just like banged on the guitar case for drumming is what he did. And it's awesome. This was MTV Unplugged before MTV Unplugged. Yeah. Now, I should mention, the one thing about the sit-down performance is there were two of them, two full performances that were recorded, and then they were edited for the TV special into one. Here we get both performances, which means you're going to get some duplication. And so I'm going to go ahead and play here from disc 1 on side 1. I'm going to play Baby What You Want Me to Do. Here we go.
We're going up. Oh, yeah. We're going down. Oh, we're going down. We're going up, down, down, up, any way you want to roll.
First listen for me, absolutely love that. I love how loose it is. You were not kidding. I mean, it just sounds like they're just kind of jamming, just having fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's musicians that have played clearly have had a lot of history with each other.
Right.
Yeah, they've had like 20 years history with each other at this point. And but yeah, they're having a good time. And we're just kind of invited to sit in on their jam session. It's really a very personal thing between them, more so than it is for the audience. It's really them sharing their history together.
Yeah. Yeah.
In one of the performances, Elvis opens by talking about the first song we ever played together, which was That's All Right, Mama. He talks about that. By the way, I think I said before the break, '69 Comeback Special. It's the '68 Comeback Special.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. So pardon me, I misspoke. And
before our time, so we could be excused for that one.
Yeah, it was before our times. Yeah, right.
Although I wish I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we were both very small.
We were very little. I was not going to concerts yet, yeah.
No, we were both very small.
Yeah.
So this, like I said, has only been released on vinyl. It's in a gatefold here. Let me show you the back here. We're getting a lot of light glare.
Yeah.
Here is the interior.
Pesky lights.
Right there.
Yeah, pretty nice. Beautiful package.
It does come with a download code for an MP3 version for your mobile device and your computer and all that, which is nice. They give you that. The only one little complaint I'm going to say was these are not the original sleeves. These came in paper sleeves. Yes, I'm being very nitpicky, but come on, RCA Records. Paper sleeves leave debris in records. We all know that now. And, I of course replace these with anti-static sleeves of my own because they put paper sleeves on there. But come on, RCA Records, this is Elvis. Yeah. You can put some anti-static sleeves in there. Come on. Anyways, but yeah, that's my nitpick. We're going to check out another track here, and it's Loudy Miss Cloudy, if I say it right. And this is off of disc 2, and it's off of side 2. Here we go.
Well, Lordy, 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 Miss Claudy, gal, you sure look good to me.
there's such. It's so great to hear that. I mean, I haven't heard this recording. It's like this treasured recording from a distant time, but it sounds so fresh and vibrant, and you can just feel just their love for the music and Elvis's joy to be back with these guys just playing and stuff. It's just great. It just what a wonderful recording.
Yeah, it's
really.
like he came back and he just kind of reclaimed his who he was as the king of rock and roll after kind of being away for a long time. Doing all those movies, and it's a shame that he didn't. Well, he did and he didn't. We won't get into his history after that. That's going to be really complicated. That's a whole other discussion. But these performances have been released previously, but not the entirety of both sit-down performances. Usually, they've been released in an edited form where you maybe get what was on the special or that sort of thing. But here we get both of them, at least to the best of my knowledge. It's never been released like this, where you get both sit-down performances. And you can, of course, purchase it on vinyl if you hopefully you have a vinyl record player. I did look around. I could not find it anywhere on CD. And I could not even find it on a streaming service. There was a streaming, the best of the '68 comeback special recently released on CD and recently released on streaming, but it's not this same exact thing.
Configuration there.
Yeah, same exact thing. Because the rest of the special had other types of performances where it was more studio driven versus this very raw live recording with them just sitting down on acoustic
Elvis
guitars
just
and
sounds great there.
He does. The band does.
Yeah,
he is
really good.
absolutely golden.
Yeah, really.
With his vocals. There are moments where he forgets the lyrics and he just starts joking about that, and everybody starts laughing, and he's just, like I said, nothing's gonna bring him down during this. Instead of getting upset, oh gosh, I screwed up. No, it's like, oh, I forgot the words. And it's just like, and he'll make something up.
Yeah,
and it's hysterical.
Great. That's great.
And it's wonderful. Can't recommend it enough. I'm a big Elvis fan. And this is just a real treasure to hear.
Yeah, great. Well, thanks for bringing that in.
Thank you for bringing in Gary Clark Jr.
Yeah.
Folks, have you heard these releases? If you have, let us know. Are you thinking about checking them out? Let us know. Give us your thoughts. As always, if you like what we're doing, please be sure to click subscribe. Smash the icon for the notifications icon, sorry. And also, if you'd like to help us even more to make more videos, please go to the Patreon page, and just pledging as little as a couple dollars a month makes a huge difference. And everybody, thank you. This is TJR.
And this is Robert Kinsler.
We'll see y'all next time.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.